Good evening, everyone. This is ButteryGreg again, and I'm here in game number 3 between Team LgNChiTa and Complexity Academy's 19. This is game number 3 of their match in week 1 of ESEA, and it is going to be another PvP, this time on Shattered Temple. So spawning here in the top, we have Complexity Academy's 19, and spawning on the right side, we have Team LgNChiTa. In game number 1, we saw 19 win with in a battle of 4 gates, whereas in game number 2, ChiTa decided to go for a cannon rush, and he was able to, he didn't win instantly, but he was able to grind his opponent down and get up his 4 gate and win the game after a little bit of an entrenched fight. So this is going to be game number 3. The series is tied up 1-1, and this is going to be the deciding match right here. Both players are going for pylon at the ramp again. I generally disagree with this, like I've said many times, so I'm not gonna try to read into that too much, but that's just the way it is. It looks like 19's pylon was actually a little bit late there. I was confused for a moment because he was supply blocked for much longer than I expected. He must have changed his mind to make his pylon at his ramp after originally planning on building it next to his nexus, so he didn't send his probe down soon enough. ChiTa's going to open a little bit more standard this time. No cannon rush cheese. He's throwing down a gateway at his ramp, and 19 does the same thing. This map is a little bit less cannon rush friendly than Metalopolis is, because on Metalopolis, when you build the cannons on the low ground, you're actually able to shoot the workers that are mining minerals, which means that cannons are able to end the game for you. But on Shattered Temple, the low ground's over here, and of course your nexus is quite far away, so you're not able to do anything about it. So ChiTa's going to take his gas, 19's going to take his gas, and it is going to be a much more standard game. Of course, ChiTa has again not scouted his opponent at all. It seems he opts for a much later scout in PvP. That suggests to me again he's doing a build that doesn't really rely on what his opponent decides to do. So I would imagine that he's going for a 4 gate right now. And 19, I'm not sure what 19's game plan is, but he has not begun making a zealot, so I would imagine he's opening... No, there's the zealot now. Okay. ChiTa's first zealot's almost done, but ChiTa has not thrown down any additional production structures. He's just sitting on 1 gateway right now, making probes. He is beginning his second zealot. I'm not sure what happened to my tongue there. But this is the same opening that we saw in game number 1, more or less, where he creates these 2 zealots pretty quickly, makes what I imagine is going to be a fixed number of probes. He's going for more probes than last time. Previously he had 17, he's got 20 probes now, and so a slight variation to improve on what I imagine he saw as the deficiency of his previous game. Both players are sitting on only 1 gateway 4 minutes into the game, and they've both got warp gate tech going, but I don't believe either player... Oh no, 19 has been chrono boosting it a bit. ChiTa has also been chrono boosting. They're pretty even on that, so they are going to be going into 2 4 gates, and it's going to come down to micro again. ChiTa's got his 2 zealots on the field. Stalker comes out. Meanwhile, 19 has 1 zealot and 1 stalker, and he's got a second stalker coming out. Of course, if they were to engage with these 3 units, this means that 19 would actually have an advantage because he could micromanage his stalkers a little bit better, pick off both of these zealots, losing really only his zealot in the process. Looks like ChiTa's going to set up a low ground pylon over here in the back, so he's going to try to rush up into the main of 19, get vision on the high ground so that he can warp in units with his pylon. See, he just runs over here because he really wants this vision, and he sneaks in a probe behind his army to morph another pylon. But 19's a bit distracted by ChiTa's army, so he's not able to do any damage. He was actually chasing the stalker. He wasn't trying to get vision. My bad. He's continuing to chase the stalker. He does pick it off, but it costs him his army. Well, actually, the stalker's still alive. This zealot has managed to do some damage to the probes. We see the first warp in from ChiTa here on the high ground. He's got 5 stalkers now against zealot, 4 stalkers. ChiTa is going to pick off a stalker. He's going to pick off the zealot as well. He still has all 5 of the stalkers. He has 3 stalkers now. So it looks like the advantage is currently in ChiTa's favor. Oh no, it's 4v4. This extra stalker came out of nowhere. Now 3v3. We see ChiTa going for a zealot. Meanwhile, 19 is morphing in 2 zealots. This is some really ridiculous micromanagement happening for both players right here. They're warping in units, they're controlling individual stalkers against each other. But it looks like ChiTa's taking the advantage. He's got 3 zealots, whereas 19 only has 1. ChiTa warps in another stalker. almost loses this, but he manages to stay alive. 19's going to pull all his probes. When you see a player pull his probes, that means that pretty much the game is over. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where a player has pulled all of his mining workers, been able to defend, and then won the game. And I believe 19 agrees with me, so he's going to say GG, and that means they're talking a little bit about the map now, but, you know, I guess 19 didn't really want to play on this map, but decided not to veto it. Oh well, this does mean that ChiTa wins the series 2-1, so like I said, I wouldn't spoil the other scores, but you know now that Team Legion did score at least 1 point in this matchup against Complexity Academy. So, thanks for watching, and I'm going to cast some of the other games and upload those as well. See you guys later.